Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. Of course, a lot to discuss when it comes to Pakistan cricket. A lot has been happening, and before I come to all the rumours and the sources that we often talk about on the show and have a very light-hearted moment with you, I think first we discuss the details. So first of all, Ireland cricket has announced Pakistan's schedule tour as well. Pakistan team will be travelling to Ireland in May of 2024, and of course very less time now until this tour. And of course it is all into the build-up of the 2024 ICC T20 Men's Cricket World Cup, and Pakistan is going to be visiting there for the preparation of this tournament, and it is a T20 series in particular. So we'll talk about what kind of options, and as always, from our show you've often heard the jargon of trying out bench strength. So I think this is the right moment where you can try certain combinations in this series as well. Then we talk about New Zealand's tour to Pakistan, tickets to go on sale. Of course, tickets are on sale now from today, we can say, and series will be played from the 18th till the 27th. Tickets for the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium and subsequently other stadiums are on sale now, and you can obviously get your hands. Obviously, when it comes to Rawalpindi, it becomes a bit special if you're in that hospitality box or even right next to the boundary as well. You get to enjoy action because of the dynamics, so it is a very real-time scenario that you get. When you talk about Gaddafi Stadium or the National Stadium Karachi, they have their own flavour, but Pindi Cricket Stadium becomes special for the fans to interact with the players as well. So we'll talk about that. Then we move on to the All-Pakistan Ramzan Basketball Cup 2024 tournament that is being played on a 3x3 format, 3-on-3 of course. Wabda Green have beaten Wabda Colours of course, and Navy have beaten Police, and we've got a lot of other teams that have ended up on the victory note as well. 48 teams which are participating in the men's event and 12 teams participating in the women's event. So I think congratulations to all the organizers as well. So it is of course great to see when you talk about a sport getting necessary infrastructure, and of course tournaments, competitive sport is always the way forward. Then we move on to football. The English Premier League, Arsenal face Man City on Sunday. Arsenal is at top of the league with 64 points. City trail Arsenal by just 1 point, so it's neck and neck again. But we've always said it's been Arsenal's to lose, and that's what they did last season as well. Hopefully they can make amends, you never know, but it's going to be an interesting encounter, because going deeper into the tournament, I think this result is really going to make a huge difference on the top leaderboard as well. So we'll discuss that. Time now to introduce our guests. First of all, for cricket, in studios we've been joined by cricket commentator, international broadcaster, presenter, sports expert these days. He's commentating and presenting the Ramzan Cup of school cricket that is being held in Lahore, Karachi, and of course Islamabad as well. Asif Ahmed joins us. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, sir?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm good, thank you very much.
Great to have you on the show. We've also been joined by sports expert, regular feature of our program, Mr. Ali Mehdi. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm very well.
Great to have you as well, Ali. Now, Asif, a lot of news circling Pakistan cricket, and I know we're eager to talk about the Ireland series, but before that we also have some certain news. Of course, all of us know what's been happening in the camp. The training is underway there as well, and of course certain directions are being given as far as the captaincy is concerned. I think since yesterday evening, a narrative is being built on various media platforms.
Well, Ahmed, I think that a day before yesterday, I'm quite sure that you were talking something this right before our show, and off the camera you have said something, and I don't want to say over the camera here, because these rumors, I don't know that either it's helping Pakistan cricket or not, but for me, definitely these sort of rumors are damaging your cricket. And when your training camp is going on, all the players are there for the training and fitness to improve their fitness, each and everything, and news are coming that you're changing your skipper. I think if we have changed our skipper right after the World Cup, and our stance was pretty much clear that our team didn't play well, we didn't perform well, and the captain is responsible. We removed him, and once again, on what basis you're bringing him back? That's the question. Once you have removed him on the performance of the Pakistan team, Pakistan didn't play much cricket after that. We had a test series, we had a T20 series, and then we played Pakistan Super League. I think it won't be a mature decision. Once you've given these duties to a player who have won the Pakistan Super League twice, this is not according to me. I'm taking your point of view, the Pakistan Cricket Board's point of view, that you have given these responsibilities to that player, and now he has lost in Pakistan Super League.
But we can easily say even then when they were making this decision, they did not think about it. They didn't think about the long-term process or the long-term implications of this decision.
Ahmed, let me give you some examples. Stephen Fleming remained, I think, more than 8-9 years skipper for New Zealand. Graeme Smith, same 8-9 years. Ricky Ponting for a long time. Mahendra Singh Dhoni for a long time. See the performances of their team just because of that they've strengthened their team and they've given full authority to their skippers. Yes, make your team, and you cannot build teams in 1 or 2 years. It takes time. It takes really big time, and I'm quite sure that Pakistan Cricket Board must be thinking about it. That the removal of Babar Azam, if it wasn't a good or right decision, now bringing him back, how it's easy and how it could be a right decision. I think it's just a fun for me, and then you are just ridiculing Pakistan cricket.
But so far, what things indicate, let's be honest, is that things are going in favor of Babar Azam as the skipper. Let's be very honest. I think we can actually narrate this on the television platforms as well. That since, like I said, since Ali Mehdi, I think you'll agree that since yesterday evening now, a narrative is being built on various media platforms. That means, and obviously we had a meeting late night as well between the chairman Pakistan Cricket Board, the selection committee as well. And I think it doesn't stop there. If I talk about the entire list, there are a lot of names that are in there as well, which include Gary Kirsten, Jason Gillespie is there in that list as well of the team management, and of course Babar Azam's name is on top of the list when it comes to the skipper for the upcoming T20 World Cup.
When you talk about the PCB selection committee, Ahmed, and also the new management which elected body which has come inside the PCB, they've actually come with a pure stance. They actually want to start from a clean slate and obviously want to bring foreign coaches over here. You're talking about, there are strong rumors that when it comes to the coaches, that Jason Gillespie, who recently resigned from his role from Cricket South Australia over there, he was coach for many years, that he most probably will taking charge of the Test cricket team of Pakistan, and then on the white ball format, it's most probably going to be Gary Kirsten. And let's not forget Gary Kirsten. He's very accomplished coach. He actually led the India to the ICC Cricket World Cup in 2011 in India too. So he's got wealth of experience, franchise cricket too. So it just shows that with this new PCB selection committee and this management really mean business. And when you talk about the captaincy front, which you're talking about, for the past 24 hours, as you mentioned over here, the media has gone frenzy and saying that Babar Azam, the former captain, is going to be given back his role as captain of Pakistan cricket, and not only in one format, most probably all three. That's what they're saying right now, in the shortest format and then the other formats too. So I don't understand where Pakistan cricket is going and all. I mean,
Ali Mehdi, if I was Babar Azam, which I'm clearly not, I think I would certainly not take the opportunity unless I am given an assurity, whether it's across formats, whether it's my selective formats, for the next at least 3 to 4 years. Let's be honest. I think anything less than that is just, like Asif mentioned, it's fun and games for Pakistan cricket.
It makes no sense. Why would you give it back to Babar Azam? Babar Azam over here wanted to start once again from fresh over here, wanted to concentrate on his cricket.
He's been doing well.
And he's been doing very well when it comes to, when he talks about franchise cricket too. He's enjoying his cricket. He doesn't have that stress burden on his shoulder. The media isn't going after him, hasn't been on his back too. So for that matter, I thought it was going well. So, to actually ask Babar Azam to take that role again actually does raise a lot of questions as to what is the thinking of the PCB too, and everybody for that matter too, and whether Babar Azam is that state of mind, because we've got that pressure cooker, this ICC Cricket T20 World Cup in June too. So do you really want to give Babar Azam, do you think it's 2 steps behind, or you think it's we are moving forward? So I mean, these are questions which are going to be answered on the show going forward. But if I was Babar Azam, I wouldn't take this up. The way I was actually treated after the World Cup too, and especially so much media this of the magnifying glass was put on me. I wouldn't take it. And you've set the bar forward, and you've actually set the ball rolling forward with 2 new captains. I think you shouldn't change around. There are too many cooks are spoiling the broth, and that's why I think, Ahmed, that really we all are very confused.
Absolutely, and I think the exit of Babar's franchise in the PSL as well is something that you really need to observe. Because look, my problem has not been with his performance only. My problem has been the fact that at times, you need somebody as gutsy as Sarfaraz Ahmed, who will just take decisions spot on, who's not afraid to lose. And going into the last couple of overs for the past 1 or 2 years, as I've observed him, and this is my personal opinion, I can be wrong, I don't mind if I'm corrected. I found him a very faint of heart skipper, to be honest. He's really struggled in those dying moments of the game. So I think that's where if he can improve, muscling up the courage, just being because your body language is going to say it all. It's going to transcend. It's going to be there on the big screen. Players are going to see it. The opposition is going to see it. And if you're nervous, you're biting your fingers, and you don't know, and you're just standing with your hands closed, then trust me, the opposition's one half.
And Ahmed, one example I want to give, sorry I'm interrupting you over here, is I think Asif bhai would agree, is a prime example, is just one match. Pakistan versus South Africa in the ICC Cricket World Cup 2023, where Pakistan actually, it went right till the end. You saw Babar Azam was a nerve wreck, a stack of cards had just fallen. He really didn't know what he was doing. It was actually the bowlers who took it for going forward. So during those dying moments, when you're going into an ICC T20 World Cup, are you sure that in the dying moments, in those crunch matters, he'd be the right person?
And another question opens up, and Asif is very eager to jump in, is that if he becomes the skipper, does he still play at number 3, or does he go back to number 1 as well?
Well, guys, I think this is not the debate that either he's a good captain or not. We are talking about that the removal of his captaincy and now bringing him back. What kind of decision you're taking? Yes, you know that I'm a huge critic of his captaincy. I don't like being skipper, Babar Azam. But when you have given him this opportunity, this task, now give some time to him. I remain a big, I did so many time criticism on his decisions, as Ali Mehdi is saying, as you're talking about. But the question is that once you have removed him, then thank you very much.
But for a country,
and personally, I think when you said if I was Babar Azam, I think that the players, they're not showing character. They're not showing they're not.
Most of them.
Yeah,
that's
most
very
of them.
true.
Yeah.
A big lot of players.
Yes, yes. And let's talk about Sarfraz, as you have taken the name of. Even Sarfraz, respectably disagree with you. He wasn't a brave captain for me, because I've seen his decisions that he was, sometimes he was quite nervous while taking bold decisions on the right time, on the right position. So, we don't have brave and courageous captain. Same thing is with the Shaheen Shah Afridi. But the question is, he's young. You have given him only one series, and now you're saying thank you very much. This is the big problem, Ahmed.
Absolutely. Now, Asif, I'd like you to comment on the upcoming Ireland series as well. How important is it? And, the debate that me and you have always had on the show is that, you have a right opportunity to, out of those 29 players that are in the camp right now, you can give opportunity to most of them who have not been given that opportunity to play for Pakistan.
Well, I think, Ahmed, we didn't play much T20 cricket with Ireland. We played only one match, and Pakistan have won that. So for Ireland series, okay, I'm okay that if you're going with your prior players, Babar Azam, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Rizwan. But for the New Zealand series, I want 6-7 new faces in this upcoming 5 match series, and please give them 5 matches, give them full chance, so they could stage their talent in front of world. If you're not giving them ample opportunities, and after 1-2 games, if you're telling them goodbye, as I want to see Hasibullah, I want to see Zaman Khan, even I want to see Muhammad Ali, with the white ball as well. So and Arif Yaqub, these kind of players, I don't know about that what Pakistan Cricket Board is thinking about, that the rest of the players like Babar Azam, Fakhar Zaman, Rizwan, they will be playing against New Zealand. If Pakistan is playing with the same side, then it would be really, really sad and shameful.
Certainly, that would be the case. But Asif, thank you very much for joining us on Sports Extra. We now take your focus and we discuss some more developments from the world of sports. Obviously, Sports Extra gives you that platform where we can discuss. It's Arsenal versus Man City tonight. Whether you like football or not, I think for our team it's pretty simple. Either we're siding with Mr. Rizwan Haider, or are we going with the other way? So I think it's going to be a very interesting encounter, considering Arsenal and City are 1 point apart. Ali Mehdi, what would you like to add about this game? Because like I said, going deeper into the league, the result of this match is certainly going to make a difference.
Look, Ahmed, I said it repetitively last year that Arsenal blew a really important, blew something very important. That was winning the title last year. But look, that was their first opportunity in about 20 years. They didn't have the team. This year is different. They've actually recruited extremely well. They've gotten Declan Rice, the Europa Conference League winner, captain on their side. They've got Saliba back, and the most important thing is they're playing scintillating football, a team which is on fire when it goes away from home. They've been absolutely brilliant, and they've knocked out big teams. You talk about West Ham away, they've knocked them out. Other teams they've also done extremely well. So they're on absolute fire right now. But then they come, it's now the master versus the apprentice. It is Guardiola versus over here against Arteta. These guys know each other's inside out. Arteta couldn't do it last year. This is his opportunity over here. He's worked extremely hard. His team is playing very well. He has that team. And the most important thing, Ahmed, this time is he's got the midfield to battle against Manchester City. He's got that 4-3-3 formation which he's playing, in which in the three he has over there. He has the captain, Odegaard, over there. He's got Declan Rice over there. And then at the same time, he's got Jorginho over here. Jorginho, who was a huge fan favorite of our, of our good friend Assad's, So I think, and he's an incredible ball carrier. So I have to say that this time, they've got the complete unit, and if they really want to end 20 years of hurt, they've got to go to the Etihad, and they've also got to upset the apple cart in the form of the great Manchester City.
Where was the problem with Arsenal, Ali Mehdi? We discussed this, that it was their league to lose last season. And certainly, I think they were going so well that nobody would have expected. Obviously, City was creeping up. We knew that Guardiola is a genius when it comes to trophies and championships. But the fact is that, it was clearly Arsenal's drop in points that gave City an opportunity to claw back up.
Well, it's one thing only, Ahmed, and I have to say it's inexperience, immaturity, and that is the reason, and injuries which caught up. They couldn't deal with that pressure. They had about 5.6 points lead, but then they threw it away. They lost at home against Brighton. They were destroyed 3-0 over there, and that was where the season just fell apart. This year is different. They've learned from their mistakes. You always have to take a bitter pill to actually take a bitter pill to go forward and to actually learn from your mistakes, and that's what they're doing. And then at the same time, they had injuries. William Saliba was injured. He was such an important cog at that back. He got injured, and because of that, they just fell apart. And Manchester City, with that experience, managed to win their third consecutive title. But this year is different. Like I said, Arteta has learned from his mistakes. All the fans were very extremely disappointed, but this time is different. This time is a three-way race, Ahmed. Let's not rule out this Liverpool, and then the fact that Klopp is in his final season. So you cannot rule them out. But Arsenal have the difficult race going forward. But if you talk about the game at the Etihad, it's going to come down to that midfield battle. And for the first time, I think that if there's anybody who can go 2-2 and beat Manchester City, it is Arsenal Football Club.
Sky Sports mentioned that the only reason Arsenal have been stronger this season than City is because of Declan Rice.
Declan Rice, what an incredible player. I think he's the midfield general. And look, he was the only player who actually, the reason why West Ham won the Conference League last year, Ahmed, was because of Declan Rice, because he's such an important, what he does is that he actually makes a protective square in the middle of the field. And what that does is that he brings all the players from the forwards, like Saka comes back, and then at the same time, you have Martinelli also comes back, Havertz comes back, and then they actually really help that midfield. And the most important thing is what he does is that he protects that midfield, protects the defenders too. So he's such an important reason.
£105 million signing, that was like huge for us.
No, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's worth every penny. And I'm telling you that if Arsenal, they've got a difficult run other than the Etihad, they've got to go to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, they've got to go to Old Trafford to play Manchester United. But if they can win this one, I'm telling you, it will do their world good of confidence, and I genuinely feel that they can go and they can beat Manchester City and Liverpool to the title.
Final question, Kyle Walker's fitness has been an issue right now. If that is really not working in the favour of City, how do you see that making a difference?
Lovely. I think as a neutral and as an Arsenal fan too, and for Rizwan Bhai, he would be licking his lips. Why? Because on the left, who they're going to play? They're going to play Saka on the left, or they're going to play Martinelli, which is going to they're going to actually cause so many problems on that flank on that right side. So I think that he's injured and he's gone out for a while. We're not sure about right now. He should play Eric Haaland too, but they've come out with a few injuries too. So this is why Arsenal going into this match think that they've got their players fit and ready for this match. And as long as they're mentally ready and Arteta get his tactics right, it's going to be an interesting battle. And Ahmed, let me tell you something. Whoever wins this match is going to go and win the title. I don't see Liverpool winning. I think it's going to be between Manchester City and Arsenal.
That's a very interesting prediction. But Ali Mehdi, thank you very much for joining us. Indeed, an insightful discussion on the Premier League. And it's a big game on Sunday when you talk about Arsenal and Manchester City. I'm, of course, my sympathies lie with Rizwan Haider. And, of course, a shout out to Mr. Rizwan Haider and Arsenal as well. All the best to the Gunners. We hope that you do well. This is your league to win, obviously. Why shouldn't you? And I think colours would support that as well. But it's going to be an interesting game on Sunday. Now, before we go, we've got something very interesting to share with you. It was the third Ramzan hockey tournament that was played in the UAE. It was some interesting competition, some interesting results, and of course, I think a great cause when it comes to sports promoting humanity as well. We've got a report on that. You can take a look at that, but for me and the entire team, it's goodbye for now.
Third Ramazan hockey tournament held in UAE showcased the thrilling competition between 16 teams. The tournament held from 13 to end on 22 March. Teams from diverse backgrounds came together to compete in the spirit of sportsmanship. The final match played between Oscar Hockey and Khalifa Hockey Club UAE, with Oscar emerging victorious with a resounding 5-2 victory. In a heartfelt gesture, Arsalan Shirazi and all members of the Oscar hockey team dedicated their trophy to the Muslim people of Palestine, highlighting the importance of unity and compassion in the sporting community. Adnan's exceptional performance earned him the title of Best Goalkeeper. Hassan Salim was recognized as the best player for his outstanding contributions throughout the tournament. Ammar's 2 goals were instrumental in his team's success, while Ayub Ali, Hassan and Asad each contributed crucial goals, highlighting their skills and determination on the field. The third Ramazan hockey tournament was a resounding success, bringing together teams and spectators in a celebration of athleticism. The dedication of Champions Trophy to the Muslim people of Palestine served as powerful reminder of the values of solidarity. As the tournament concluded, it left a lasting impression of sportsmanship, skill, and unity among all participants.